Move to Somalia, bro. Just move to Somalia. The way Somalia works is much closer to that of statism than anything anarcho-capitalists talk about. Not to mention the fact that Somalian gangs are currently being funded billions of dollars from the US. Yet we see nothing like this ordered society our government pretends to care about. Our government is the most significant cause of war in Somalia. So much for profit-loss calculations. They do not have a monopoly yet, but I'd like to see you defend the idea that those Somalian gangs should monopolize. I imagine the gangs would be a lot worse. Taxation is theft, but so is normal theft. There's nothing capitalist or libertarian about Somalia. It's not even anarchist. It's an American government failure.
Humans are evil. We need a neutral referee. There are two hidden premises with this assertion. One, humans act evil all the time unless they fear consequences. And two, a neutral referee could ever exist. Both are historically false. Unless you want to say that humans are evil and this leads them to act unpredictably, fine, just say that. But don't act like you know with absolute certainty. I think it's much more defendable to claim that human action, including evil ones, are driven by incentives. So the question is, what society has an environment with incentives to be peaceful? To me, the obvious answer is the one that rewards investment and productivity. Lastly, monopolization of arbitration is evil. And to us, it is the evil that must be dealt with. It may work in small populations, but it doesn't scale. A large-scale society grounded in non-aggression has never existed, because the non-aggression principle has only existed for like 100 years. That's like asking for 4K footage of Jesus walking around before accepting Christianity. Meanwhile, we've had occult metaphysics making socialist experiments for thousands of years. Why should moral authority scale centrally in the name of society when the economic calculation problem proves that government is that which fails at scale? I may not have history for successful anarchy at scale, but I have so much evidence for government failure. So much it might make you uncomfortable. Anarcho-capitalism is the exception that making people live under one ruler, one culture, one religion, one economy, one calculator, or one business model is what is not scalable. ANCAP societies being small does not affect the fact that there could be billions of them spread out across space or whatever, never interacting with each other. Because the only thing that makes this, quote, scale is that they trade with each other, which is a peaceful norm and creates ethical incentives.
But humans are selfish. The essence of this argument is that you are greedy and wrong for wanting more value for yourself. But why is it greedy to want that which you produce, but not greedy for those who are given value to keep it for themselves? The hidden premise is that you do not deserve that which you produce, specifically because you produced it. This, by definition, makes all human flourishing unethical. Summed up, man ought to live in a bumbling hope that he stumbles into continued existence. Beyond the philosophy, statism institutionalizes selfishness and rests on hopes and prayers that it won't be abused. It always is, while anarcho-capitalism ensures that those who want to gain must serve others in some way or go get it himself. Clearly, this proves that it is not selfishness that is the problem, but rather the incentive to do crime. It sounds good in theory, but it fails in reality. Not a single true theory has ever failed in reality. This, by definition, is saying that reality is somehow outside of truth. Many may confuse theory for idealism, but this is correspondence theory. And by what principle does it, quote, fail? Once you abandon logic in the name of pragmatism, you've lost the principle used for measurement of morality itself. I believe that it is the status quo, everything it claims to be, along with hyper-communistic utopia and flying unicorns, that are the true idealist concepts. ANCAPs are hyper-realists. First principles consist of primacy of existence and A is A. You're just going to have a bunch of warlords running around. Weapons and soldiers cost money, especially in a society that is dominated by a philosophy of peace. So a warlord is going to have to be someone with lots of capital saved up, or a constant flow of wealth. This leaves 99% business owners as their concern, meaning warlords could only arise from productive humans who already have what they could want materially, and they would have had to been serving humanity at large in order to get all of this money. That is the type of people we are worried about. Would you buy from the grocery store that bombs kids or the one that doesn't? Very soon you realize that nobody wants to buy from a company that engages in terrorism, and this person has instantly cut off the resources. War is extremely costly, and that's why only the state can engage in it. The state does not have this problem of people just choosing the state that doesn't bomb kids. So the state doesn't have to worry about losing business. You should be able to see now that advocating for the state in the name of preventing warlords is actually perpetuating that very problem. Let's say that a person chooses to act against economic incentives and pursue a warlord business model. What kind of incentive would drive this action? Oh yeah, the philosophy of statism. But what will prevent monopolies? I have yet to see an example of a natural monopoly, but I'll demonstrate why it doesn't make much sense in principle. Monopolies, as they get larger, have less access to the micro-actions done by their firm and the people around it. These little mistakes are compounded and leave huge gaps for new businesses to start to grow and serve customers more specific needs. The larger company is actually undercut by the smaller one. This is a principle, not just some hypothetical I thought of. It's always good to remember that the government, in essence, is a monopoly. So, if monopolies are what you are afraid of, then you are much closer to what we believe than you think.